I write lots of different kinds of music. Some of it is purely instrumental for orchestras, some is choral, some has a combination of instrumental sound and electronic sound. And I've worked with groups such as the BBC Symphony Orchestra, the RT National Symphony Orchestra, many choirs like the New Dublin Voices based here in Dublin, and also groups like the Crash Ensemble. I think in my music I'm trying to break down barriers between different genres. So I'm interested in a lot of early music, recent classical music from the 20th and 21st centuries, and also things like experimental electronic music and ambient electronica. So sort of merging all those different worlds together, and they often do in my own music. Studying at Music and Media Technologies had a huge impact on me in my life, in my career, as a composer and as a musician in general. I was hugely inspired by the teaching of Dermot Furlong in his classes on psychoacoustics, especially the whole notion of thinking about sound in such a detailed way, and I became really fascinated by this, and it had massive impact in my own composing in the years to come after that. I remember the classes of Donncha Dennehy's having a major impact on me as well as a young composer. This notion of combining instrumental sound with electronic sound, which had a massive impact on my career after that. Also, his classes on the history of electronic music were really interesting for me. This idea of composers beginning to work with electronic instruments and taking ideas from the electronic world and mapping them to instrumental writing, which has really affected the way that I think about music now. Another really important element of Music and Media Technologies for me was the sense of community that it brought. The sense of artists coming from loads of different disciplines and coming together to make music and art together. Graphic designers, video artists, musicians, composers. And that's still really important for me today, a sense of community that goes far beyond the course itself.